Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Today we're diving into a powerful concept that has been the driving force behind some of the most successful individuals in the world. It's a trait that can propel you toward your goals and help you overcome any challenge that stands in your way. That concept is relentless focus. Focus is the most powerful tool in your arsenal when it comes to achieving extraordinary success. In a world where we're constantly pulled in different directions by distractions, it's easy to lose sight of what's important. Single-minded focus, however, allows you to zero in on your most crucial goals and pursue them with unmatched intensity. This kind of focus is more than just maintaining attention. It's about cultivating a mindset that prioritizes your purpose above all else. When you commit to single-minded focus, you make a powerful decision to block out anything that doesn't serve your highest objectives. You start by narrowing your focus to what truly matters. It's about saying no to the many opportunities that might seem appealing, but ultimately won't bring you closer to your vision. Many people fail to achieve their goals because they get distracted by shiny objects or short-term pleasures. But with single-minded focus, you learn to disregard everything that doesn't directly contribute to your ultimate success. One of the core reasons why single-minded focus works so effectively is that it eliminates the mental clutter that leads to indecision and procrastination. When your mind is scattered, you lose energy and time trying to figure out where to put your attention. By choosing a single objective and focusing solely on it, you reduce confusion and create a sense of clarity and certainty in your action. This allows you to act with purpose and avoid wasting time on activities that don't add value to your goals. The process of single-minded focus doesn't just affect your actions, it influences your mental state. When you focus on one goal at a time, your brain becomes trained to filter out distractions. You begin to tune out irrelevant thoughts, external noise, and unnecessary stimuli. This is where true concentration comes in. Your thoughts align with your actions, and you experience a deeper sense of control. When you're fully focused, there's no mental fragmentation. Every part of you is dedicated to moving forward. A critical part of single-minded focus is developing the discipline to maintain it over time. It's not about achieving a temporary burst of intense concentration. It's about developing habits that support sustained focus day in and day out. This requires an unwavering commitment to your goal, even when obstacles arise. For example, successful individuals don't abandon their focus just because they encounter difficulties. They view setbacks as part of the journey, not as reasons to quit. The more consistent you are with your focus, the stronger your resolve becomes. Additionally, when you practice single-minded focus, you enter a state of flow. In this state, you're so absorbed in your work that you lose track of time. You become deeply immersed in what you're doing, and it feels effortless. This flow state is where the best work is produced. It's where you push through challenges, break down barriers, and create breakthroughs. Single-minded focus allows you to tap into this heightened state of productivity and creativity, propelling you to levels of achievement that would otherwise seem impossible. Another powerful aspect of single-minded focus is its ability to build momentum. When you focus on one thing consistently, you start to make incremental progress every day. These small daily wins accumulate over time, creating a compound effect that drives you toward your ultimate goal. Momentum is like a snowball. It starts small, but grows bigger and bigger the longer you stay focused on your task. With relentless focus, your progress becomes inevitable. Lastly, it's important to remember that single-minded focus doesn't mean ignoring everything else in your life. It simply means prioritizing your most important task or goal at any given time. By mastering the art of focus, you create space for other important areas of your life, like relationships, health, and personal development. When you focus on your goals with intensity, you create a sense of balance because you're actively working toward what matters most while maintaining clarity about the other aspects of your life. Clarity is the cornerstone of focus. Without a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it becomes impossible to stay focused on your goals. When you lack clarity, you are essentially drifting through life, reacting to circumstances rather than taking deliberate action toward your desires. To unlock your full potential, you must first gain a crystal clear understanding of what you want, why you want it, and how you will achieve it. This clarity acts as a roadmap that guides your decisions, actions, and overall life direction. The first step in gaining clarity is defining your long-term vision. Take a moment to think about your ultimate goals, the kind of life you want to lead, and the legacy you hope to leave behind. Without this vision, there's no real reason to stay focused. You can't work towards something you haven't clearly defined. When your vision is clear, it becomes your guiding light. It's the anchor that keeps you grounded when life gets turbulent, and the blueprint that helps you make decisions with purpose and intention. Once you have your long-term vision, it's essential to break it down into specific, measurable goals. Vague, undefined goals are a major source of distraction. If your goal is simply be successful, it lacks the clarity and specificity necessary to maintain focus. Instead, focus on clear and measurable objectives, such as increase sales by 30% within the next year, or complete my first book by the end of the quarter. By giving your goals structure, you create clarity that makes it easier to know where to direct your time, energy, and resources. Another key to clarity is knowing your why. Understanding the deeper motivation behind your goals helps fuel your focus. When you know why you want to achieve something, it becomes more than just a task to check off. It becomes a mission. This emotional connection drives you through the inevitable challenges you will face along the way. A strong sense of purpose acts like a compass, keeping you on track even when distractions tempt you to veer off course. Your why will remind you of your deeper motivations, helping you stay committed when the road gets tough. Having clarity also means learning to say no. When you are clear on your goals, you start to see the value of your time and energy. You can recognize which activities, people, or commitments serve your purpose, and which ones don't. Clarity helps you evaluate opportunities and situations more effectively. It allows you to let go of things that don't align with your long-term objectives, making it easier to stay focused on what truly matters. Saying no becomes easier when you have a clear understanding of where you're headed. Another aspect of clarity is having a concrete plan. Goals without a plan are just dreams. You can't hope your way into success. To maintain focus, you need a clear strategy for achieving your goals. Break your big objectives down into smaller, manageable tasks. This gives you a step-by-step guide to follow. By having a plan, you remove the guesswork and reduce the risk of overwhelm. Every time you complete a step, you gain confidence, momentum, and further clarity on the path ahead. Clarity also empowers decision-making. When you know what you want and why you want it, decisions become simpler. You don't get bogged down by indecision or second-guessing. Clarity gives you the confidence to make choices quickly, knowing they are aligned with your goal. Whether it's deciding what project to work on next, choosing the best use of your time, or deciding who to work with, clarity helps you make choices that move you forward toward your ultimate destination. Furthermore, clarity fuels your ability to focus on the present moment. When you know your direction and have a concrete plan in place, you can let go of unnecessary worries and distractions. You aren't constantly questioning your next move. You don't waste mental energy on doubts or uncertainties, because you are confident in your purpose and your plan. The more clarity you have, the easier it becomes to immerse yourself in the work at hand, eliminating distractions and giving you a deep sense of flow and productivity. One of the most powerful strategies for achieving your long-term goals is breaking them down into smaller, manageable steps. While it's easy to get overwhelmed by big, ambitious objectives, focusing on small, actionable tasks allows you to make continuous progress without feeling lost or discouraged. Breaking down your goals is like creating a map that guides you to success. Instead of seeing a massive mountain in front of you, you can view each individual step as a smaller hill to climb, making the entire process less daunting and more achievable. The first step in breaking down your goals is to clearly define your end result. Without a clear destination, it's difficult to create a path. Once you have a defined goal, the next step is to reverse engineer the process. Ask yourself, what steps need to be taken to reach this goal? For instance, if your goal is to write a book, the steps could include research, outlining, writing a certain number of words each day, editing, and publishing. Breaking a large task into smaller components helps you see exactly what needs to be done and prevents you from feeling overwhelmed. A great technique for breaking down your goals is creating sub-goals or milestones. These are smaller short-term objectives that lead to the completion of your larger goal. For example, if your goal is to get fit by running a marathon, you could break it down into weekly running goals, such as running 3 times a week and gradually increasing the distance. These milestones not only make the goal feel more attainable, but they also give you a sense of progress as you check them off. Each milestone is a small victory that brings you closer to your ultimate objective. When you break down your goals into steps, it's also essential to establish deadlines for each smaller task. Without deadlines, it's easy to procrastinate or lose focus. Deadlines create a sense of urgency, forcing you to take action. Having a clear timeline for each step helps you stay on track and ensures that you don't waste time. A deadline doesn't have to be rigid. It can be flexible, but it provides you with the structure you need to move forward consistently. The process of breaking down goals also involves prioritization. Not all steps are equally important, so it's crucial to decide which tasks should come first. Some tasks may have a greater impact on your goal than others. By prioritizing tasks, you direct your energy to the actions that matter most. This not only makes your approach more efficient, but also ensures that you are spending your time and effort where it will have the greatest return. Prioritization helps you avoid getting stuck in unimportant tasks that can waste your time and distract you from what truly matters. Another benefit of breaking down goals is the reduction of procrastination. Large goals can seem intimidating, which often causes us to delay taking action. But when you break your goals into smaller, more manageable steps, the task seems less overwhelming. Each step feels more doable, and you're less likely to put it off. The key to overcoming procrastination is to simply get started. Once you take the first small step, momentum begins to build, and the next step becomes easier. Small actions lead to bigger actions, and before you know it, you're making significant progress. As you work through the steps of your goals, it's important to track your progress. Keeping track of your progress not only keeps you accountable, but also helps you see how far you've come. When you have a clear picture of where you are in the process, it's easier to stay motivated and focused. Celebrating small wins along the way also boosts your morale and reinforces the habit of taking action. Every time you reach a milestone, take a moment to acknowledge your effort and keep moving forward with renewed energy. Finally, breaking down goals helps you develop the discipline to stay on track. The smaller, manageable steps give you a clear sense of direction and make it easier to stay consistent. Consistency is key when it comes to achieving long-term goals, and breaking down your goals into steps ensures that you are continually making progress. Even on days when motivation is low, having a clear plan and manageable tasks gives you the structure to push through and keep working toward your desired outcome. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere, We live in an age of constant notifications, endless information, and a multitude of tasks demanding our attention. If you want to achieve success and maintain relentless focus, one of the most important habits you must develop is the ability to eliminate distractions and time wasters. Distractions drain your energy, scatter your focus, and slow down your progress. To truly commit to your goals, you must protect your time as a valuable resource and ensure that you are using it in the most productive way possible. The first step in eliminating distractions is identifying what they are. Distractions come in many forms, and they often disguise themselves as important or urgent tasks. For instance, checking your email every few minutes might seem productive, but in reality, it's a significant time waster. Social media notifications, text messages, and phone calls can also pull your attention away from your most important work. The key to eliminating distractions is to become aware of what pulls you away from your tasks and learn how to manage or eliminate these triggers. Identifying your biggest distractions allows you to take proactive steps to minimize or remove them from your environment. One effective strategy for eliminating distractions is time blocking. Time blocking involves scheduling specific periods during your day when you will focus solely on one task or project. During these blocks of time, you commit to working without interruptions or multitasking. For example, you might decide that from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. you will write or work on a project, and during that time you will turn off your phone, disable email notifications, and close any tabs that are unrelated to the task at hand. Time blocking helps you create structure and discipline around your time, making it easier to avoid distractions and maintain focus on what really matters. Another powerful tool in eliminating distractions is creating a dedicated workspace. Whether you work from home or in an office, your environment plays a significant role in your ability to focus. A cluttered or noisy workspace can hinder your concentration, while a clean, organized, and quiet environment supports your focus. Try to create a workspace that minimizes external distractions. This could mean having a designated area for work, keeping your desk organized, and eliminating any items that are unrelated to the task at hand. Additionally, let those around you know when you need undisturbed focus time, so you're not constantly interrupted by people. Technology is one of the biggest distractions in our modern world. Smartphones, computers, and the internet offer endless entertainment and communication. But they also provide countless distractions. To combat this, it's important to set boundaries around technology use. Turn off non-essential notifications, limit your social media use, and set specific times to check emails. Apps like Focus as Will or Freedom allow you to block distracting websites during work hours, making it easier to stay on task. If you find yourself constantly distracted by your phone, consider putting it in another room or turning it off during your most productive hours. In addition to external distractions, internal distractions, such as negative thoughts, worries, or daydreaming, can also derail your focus. To manage these internal distractions, practice mindfulness techniques like deep breathing or meditation. These practices help you center your thoughts and stay present in the moment. When you find your mind wandering or negative self-talk taking over, gently refocus your attention on the task at hand. Developing mindfulness not only improves your ability to focus, but also strengthens your mental resilience, allowing you to push through moments of doubt or distraction. Another critical aspect of eliminating distractions is learning to say no. Often we allow ourselves to be pulled in many different directions because we have difficulty declining requests or opportunities that don't align with our goals. This can lead to overcommitting ourselves and spreading our energy too thin. To stay focused, you must develop the courage to say no to tasks, invitations, or commitments that will take you off course. Learning to say no frees up your time and energy for the things that truly matter. It's a skill that allows you to protect your most valuable resource, your time. One of the most effective ways to eliminate distractions is by setting boundaries around your time. Establish clear working hours and personal hours, and stick to them. When you set boundaries, you communicate to others and yourself when it's time to focus and when it's time to relax. This prevents work from bleeding into personal time and ensures you give your full attention to each area of your life when necessary. Setting boundaries around your time also prevents you from feeling guilty about taking breaks or time for yourself, which is essential for maintaining long-term focus and energy. Finally, it's important to periodically assess how you're spending your time. Often we don't realize how much time we waste until we reflect on it. Take time at the end of each week to review your activities and evaluate whether they contributed to your goals. Are there areas where you can cut back or delegate tasks? Do you find yourself spending too much time on low-priority activities? Regular reflection helps you identify where distractions might be creeping in and allows you to make adjustments to stay focused on your most important goal. Discipline and consistency are two of the most crucial traits you can develop on your journey toward achieving success. While talent, intelligence, and luck may play a role in some people's accomplishments, it is discipline and consistency that separate the high achievers from the rest. These traits empower you to keep moving forward, regardless of the challenges, setbacks, or temptations that may arise. Without them, even the best goals and strategies can fall. Discipline is the foundation upon which all success is built, and consistency ensures that the foundation doesn't crumble. The first step in cultivating discipline is understanding its importance. Discipline isn't about being rigid or strict with yourself. It's about developing the ability to make decisions that align with your long-term goals, regardless of immediate temptations or distractions. Discipline helps you prioritize your objectives and commit to them, even when it feels uncomfortable or inconvenient. Whether it's waking up early to work on a project, sticking to a workout routine, or resisting the urge to procrastinate, discipline is the internal strength that allows you to stay focused on what matters most. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. At first, making disciplined choices may feel challenging, as your mind may try to steer you toward more immediate rewards, such as relaxation or indulgence. But the more you train yourself to stick to your plan, the easier it becomes. It's important to start small and build momentum. For example, if you're struggling with procrastination, start by committing to work for 15 minutes at a time. Gradually, you'll find that your ability to focus for longer periods increases. Consistent, small acts of discipline accumulate over time, creating a ripple effect that strengthens your willpower and resolve. Another key to cultivating discipline is developing routines. A strong routine provides structure and helps eliminate the need for constant decision-making. When you have a set routine, you don't waste mental energy deciding when and how to do something. It becomes automatic. Routines can be built around your most important tasks, whether it's working on your most critical project, exercising, or dedicating time to personal growth. For instance, having a morning routine that sets the tone for the day, such as exercise, reading, or planning, can help you establish discipline early on, making it easier to stay focused throughout the day. Consistency, on the other hand, is about showing up every day, regardless of how you feel. It's about taking consistent action toward your goals, even when motivation wanes. Many people wait for the right moment or for motivation to strike before taking action. But in reality, it's the consistent actions you take, no matter how small, that create the momentum needed to reach your goal. Whether it's writing a few pages of your book every day, practicing a new skill, or reviewing your finances, consistency ensures that you make continuous progress over time. To maintain consistency, it's essential to track your progress and celebrate small wins along the way. Tracking progress helps you stay on track and provides a visual reminder of how far you've come. Small wins, like completing a daily task or hitting a milestone, can serve as powerful motivators to keep going. Even if your progress feels slow, recognizing the small victories helps reinforce the habit of consistency. As you see the cumulative effect of your daily actions, it becomes clear that consistent effort compounds over time, leading to greater success. A critical part of consistency is building resilience and overcoming setbacks. There will inevitably be days when you feel off, discouraged, or uninspired. On these days, consistency becomes especially important. Instead of letting temporary obstacles derail you, stay disciplined and continue moving forward, even if it's at a slower pace. It's often said that success is a marathon, not a sprint, and the ability to keep going even when things aren't perfect is what sets successful people apart. Resilience is key to maintaining consistency in the face of adversity, as it helps you stay focused on the bigger picture and avoid being sidetracked by temporary challenges. Additionally, to cultivate discipline and consistency, it's important to avoid the trap of perfectionism. Many people fall into the trap of believing that they must be perfect in everything they do. This belief can paralyze them and lead to procrastination as they wait for the perfect conditions to take action. However, perfection is an illusion, and the key to progress is taking consistent action, even if it's not perfect. Mistakes and failures are inevitable along the way, but they are also opportunities for growth. Embrace the process and focus on continuous improvement rather than trying to achieve perfection from the outset. Lastly, discipline and consistency are most effective when they are paired with patience. Often people give up on their goals too soon because they don't see immediate results. However, success rarely comes overnight. The most successful individuals are those who understand the value of patience and know that consistent effort over time leads to exponential results. Stay patient and trust the process. While it may feel like you're not making significant progress in the short term, consistency compounds, and over time, you will look back and realize how much you've accomplished. A growth mindset is one of the most powerful and transformative qualities you can cultivate if you are committed to achieving your goals. People with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed over time through hard work, dedication, and learning. This mindset fosters resilience, adaptability, and a deep sense of potential. In contrast, individuals with a fixed mindset believe that their traits are innate and unchangeable, leading to a sense of stagnation and a fear of failure. Developing a growth mindset enables you to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles, allowing you to keep moving forward no matter the setbacks. The foundation of a growth mindset lies in embracing challenges. When you view challenges as opportunities for improvement, you start to approach difficult situations with curiosity rather than fear. Instead of avoiding tasks that seem difficult, you seek them out, knowing that tackling these challenges head-on will help you develop new skills and perspective. Whether you're learning a new skill, tackling a complex project, or facing a personal setback, a growth mindset helps you stay motivated by seeing these challenges as a natural part of the learning process. Embracing challenges ensures that you continually push yourself outside of your comfort zone, which is where growth truly happens. Equally important is the ability to embrace failure. Failure is an inevitable part of any journey toward success, and those with a growth mindset see it not as a negative outcome, but as a valuable lesson. They understand that failure is not a reflection of their abilities, but rather a stepping stone on the path to success. When you develop a growth mindset, you begin to reframe failure as feedback. Instead of getting discouraged by mistakes, you analyze what went wrong, learn from it, and adjust your approach. This mindset enables you to bounce back from setbacks stronger and more determined than before, which is essential for long-term success. One of the key aspects of a growth mindset is the belief that effort leads to improvement. People with a growth mindset understand that success is not handed to them, but earned through consistent effort. They are willing to put in the hard work and perseverance needed to achieve their goal. This belief in the power of effort is crucial because it prevents them from giving up when the going gets tough. Instead of blaming external factors or viewing difficulty as a sign of inadequacy, they focus on improving and honing their skill. When you believe that your effort directly impacts your progress, you become more motivated to stay committed to your goals, even when results are not immediately visible. A growth mindset also involves a passion for learning. When you adopt this mindset, you start to seek out new knowledge, skills, and experiences that will help you grow. You are no longer content with staying in your comfort zone or relying on what you already know. Whether it's reading books, taking courses, attending workshops, or seeking feedback from others, those with a growth mindset are always looking for ways to improve themselves. They understand that learning is a lifelong process, and they are constantly seeking ways to expand their knowledge and capabilities. By prioritizing learning, you position yourself for continuous growth and achievement. Another benefit of a growth mindset is its ability to foster resilience in the face of adversity. Life is filled with obstacles, and setbacks are inevitable, but those with a growth mindset view these challenges as temporary and solvable. They know that difficulties don't define them, and they don't let failure stop them from trying again. With a growth mindset, you develop the resilience to keep moving forward despite disappointment, frustration, or failure. This resilience is what allows high achievers to maintain their focus and determination when others might give up. It's the inner strength that propels you to keep going, even when the path is not smooth. The impact of a growth mindset extends beyond personal growth. It also influences the way you approach relationships and work with others. People with a growth mindset are often more open to collaboration, feedback, and constructive criticism. They view feedback as an opportunity to improve, rather than a personal attack. This openness to growth fosters a culture of trust and cooperation, where individuals can learn from each other and share knowledge. Moreover, a growth mindset encourages you to see the potential in others, which helps build strong positive relationships based on mutual support and encouragement. Finally, cultivating a growth mindset requires self-awareness and a commitment to self-reflection. To develop this mindset, you must first become aware of your own beliefs and attitudes toward learning, success, and failure. Are you quick to give up when things get tough? Do you shy away from challenges? Or do you approach them with enthusiasm? By reflecting on your current mindset, you can identify areas where you need to shift your thinking. With practice, you can train yourself to replace negative thoughts and limiting beliefs with positive, empowering ones that support your growth and development. This self-awareness helps you stay on track as you continue to embrace challenges, learn from failure, and put in the effort. One of the most powerful habits you can develop on your journey toward success is the ability to take immediate action. Often we know what needs to be done, but we put it off for various reasons: fear of failure, perfectionism, or simply not feeling ready. The truth is that procrastination is one of the biggest roadblocks to success. By taking immediate action, even when you feel uncertain, you create momentum that propels you toward your goal. The habit of action is the difference between dreamers and doers, and it's this action that separates those who achieve their goals from those who get stuck in a cycle of planning without progress. The first step to overcoming procrastination is to understand why it happens in the first place. Procrastination often arises from a fear of failure, perfectionism, or a lack of clarity about the task at hand. When we're not clear on what needs to be done or feel overwhelmed by a large project, we tend to avoid. The key to overcoming this is to break tasks down into smaller, manageable steps. When you have a clear, simple starting point, it becomes much easier to take the first step. By focusing on one small action at a time, You eliminate the pressure of the entire task and create a clear path forward. Another effective strategy for taking immediate action is the 2-minute rule. This rule is simple. If a task can be completed in 2 minutes or less, do it immediately. This might seem small, but it has a profound impact on your ability to avoid procrastination. By handling small tasks right away, you prevent them from piling up and becoming overwhelming. Additionally, by building the habit of immediate action, you create a sense of accomplishment that fuels your motivation to tackle larger tasks. The key to overcoming procrastination is simply to get started, and often the hardest part is taking that first small action. When you make the decision to take immediate action, it's crucial to eliminate any potential distraction. Often procrastination occurs because we get sidetracked by notifications, emails, or the temptation to check social media. To combat this, create a dedicated time and space for focused work. Turn off your phone, block distracting websites, and set up a quiet environment where you can concentrate fully on the task at hand. When you take action in a focused, distraction-free environment, you not only work faster, but also more efficient. Removing distractions helps you stay in a state of deep focus, which is essential for making significant progress. One of the main reasons people procrastinate is that they're waiting for the perfect moment. They believe that they need the right conditions, resources, or mindset before they can begin. However, waiting for the perfect moment often leads to endless delay and missed opportunities. The truth is that there is no perfect moment. The most successful people understand that they must create their own momentum. They start with what they have, when they have it, and adjust along the way. Taking immediate action, regardless of the circumstances, forces you to adapt and learn as you go, making progress faster than if you waited for everything to fall into place. Another important factor in overcoming procrastination is setting clear and achievable goals. When your goals are vague or too ambitious, it's easy to put them off because they feel unachievable or unclear. Instead, break down your larger goals into smaller, more manageable objectives with specific deadlines. This makes your goals feel less intimidating and provides you with a clear roadmap to follow. By focusing on one small action at a time, you'll be able to take immediate steps toward your larger vision. This approach eliminates the need for perfection and allows you to take action even if you don't have all the answers. To stay committed to taking immediate action, it's essential to hold yourself accountable. This can be done by creating a timeline, sharing your goals with others, or tracking your progress. When you know that you're being held accountable, either by yourself or others, you're less likely to procrastinate. Additionally, accountability helps you stay motivated and on track, even when things get tough. You'll feel more compelled to take action when you know you need to report back on your progress or meet a deadline. Having this external motivation can push you to stay consistent in your efforts, even on days when you feel like procrastinating. Lastly, taking immediate action fosters a sense of urgency and purpose. Often procrastination is a result of a lack of motivation or the belief that there is no immediate consequence for delaying action. However, when you adopt the mindset of taking action now, you create a sense of urgency that drives you to complete tasks efficiently. This urgency can help you avoid the trap of endless planning and overthinking. It forces you to move beyond hesitation and begin executing on your ideas, ensuring that you make consistent progress toward your goals, no matter how small the steps may be. One of the most important aspects of achieving sustained success is maintaining a clear focus on your long-term vision. It's easy to become caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily tasks, to focus on immediate goals and short-term results. But true fulfillment and achievement come from staying aligned with your broader vision. Your long-term vision acts as a guiding light, providing clarity and purpose in everything you do. When you stay focused on your ultimate objectives, you are more likely to remain resilient in the face of setbacks and motivated to continue taking action, no matter how challenging the journey may seem. The first step in staying focused on your long-term vision is to clearly define what that vision is. Without a well-defined vision, It's easy to lose track of where you're heading and what you're working toward. Take the time to reflect on your values, passions, and ultimate goal. What does success look like for you in the long run? What impact do you want to have on the world or on others? Write down your vision and keep it visible so that you can refer to it regularly. A clear, compelling vision helps you stay grounded and ensures that you remain focused on what truly matters, even when distractions and setbacks threaten to pull you off course. Once you have a clear vision in mind, break it down into smaller, more manageable milestones. These milestones act as stepping stones along the path to your ultimate goal. By focusing on the smaller, immediate objectives that contribute to the bigger picture, you can maintain a sense of progress and keep your motivation high. Each milestone achieved is a reminder that you are one step closer to realizing your long-term vision. Having these smaller goals allows you to make continuous progress while staying aligned with your overall direction, making it easier to maintain your focus without becoming overwhelmed by the enormity of your vision. Maintaining a long-term focus also requires discipline and the ability to avoid becoming sidetracked by short-term distractions. Every day you will encounter new opportunities, challenges, and temptations that could lead you off course. It's important to recognize that not all opportunities will align with your long-term goals. Learning to say no to distractions and to prioritize what truly matters will help you stay focused on your vision. This requires both self-awareness and discernment. As you work toward your long-term objectives, make decisions that align with your core values and vision, rather than giving in to the allure of short-term gratification. An essential aspect of staying focused on your long-term vision is the ability to develop patience. Progress toward large goals takes time, and there will inevitably be moments of frustration when things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like. It's easy to become discouraged when immediate results don't match your expectations. However, patience allows you to stay committed during the slow periods, knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to your goal. By embracing patience, you also cultivate resilience, which is critical for overcoming obstacles and pushing through difficult times. The long-term journey may be challenging, but it's the patience to keep going that separates those who succeed from those who give up too soon. Additionally, focusing on your long-term vision means maintaining a sense of flexibility and adaptability. While it's essential to have a clear vision of where you want to go, the path to get there may not always be linear. Unexpected changes, challenges, and opportunities will arise, requiring you to adjust your strategy and plans along the way. Maintaining a long-term focus doesn't mean rigidly sticking to one path. It means being open to recalibrating and adapting when necessary. By remaining flexible, you can pivot when necessary and still stay aligned with your overall vision, allowing you to navigate obstacles without losing sight of your ultimate goal. Another key element in staying focused on your long-term vision is managing your energy and maintaining balance. When pursuing long-term goals, it's easy to burn out by overworking yourself or neglecting other important areas of your life, such as relationships, health, and personal well-being. While dedication is important, it's equally important to maintain a healthy balance in all aspects of your life. By ensuring that you're taking care of your physical, mental, and emotional health, you're better equipped to stay focused and energized for the long haul. A well-rounded approach to life enables you to stay productive and focused without sacrificing your happiness or well-being. Staying focused on your long-term vision also requires the ability to regularly review and reflect on your progress. Periodically checking in with yourself and evaluating your actions and results helps you ensure that you're still aligned with your vision. It's easy to lose sight of your goals in the hustle and bustle of everyday life, but regular reflection keeps you grounded and helps you make any necessary adjustments. Ask yourself, are my daily actions still aligned with my long-term vision? Am I making meaningful progress? If not, what changes do I need to make? This kind of reflection allows you to stay on track and adjust your approach as needed to keep moving forward toward your vision. Finally, as you continue to pursue your long-term vision, it's important to celebrate your progress and maintain a sense of gratitude. While the long-term goal may feel distant, acknowledging the progress you've made along the way helps you stay motivated and inspired. Celebrate each small victory and be proud of the steps you've taken. This celebration fosters positive energy and reaffirms your commitment to your vision. Gratitude for your journey, even during the challenges, keeps your focus on the bigger picture and reminds you of why you're working so hard to achieve your goal. As you continue on your journey towards success, remember that the key to unlocking your potential lies in the choices you make every single day. Success is not just a destination, but a process, a series of small focused actions that accumulate over time. By honing your focus, embracing the power of immediate action, and keeping your eyes on the long-term vision, you lay the groundwork for lasting achievement. The road may not always be easy, and there will be challenges that test your resilience. But if you stay committed, cultivate the right mindset, and consistently take action, you will find yourself moving closer to your goals, one step at a time. Success is not reserved for the lucky few, but for those who are relentless in their pursuit, who remain focused on their vision, and who never give up no matter how hard the journey becomes. So as you move forward, remember this: your focus, your actions, and your vision are the keys that unlock the doors to your success. Keep pushing forward, stay focused on what truly matters, and never lose sight of the potential that lies within you. The future is yours to create, so start today, stay relentless, and keep moving toward your journey.